Hello everyone. So this is my first video on YouTube. Hope you all will like it. This video is for those students who are in sudden need of a teacher and are unable to find one. Today's topic which I'm going to take is sequence series. It comes in IPM, IIT and every other competitive exams which test maths. And basically it comes in board exams of class 10th ICSE. So basically what is sequence and series? It is briefly a list of numbers which forms a certain pattern in a sequential manner. For example, if you take these two series, it can be observed that each of these two series is sharing some common properties. Like this first series, it's the square of all the natural numbers from 1 to 4. And in the second series, the difference between the consecutive terms is increasing by 2. So from these two examples, I guess you all have understood what is a sequence and what is a series. If not, then take a look at this short note I have made for you of whatever I taught you till now. So let's move ahead now. As you can see, there are three types of sequence and series. First one is arithmetic progression, second one is geometric progression, and third one is harmonic progression. Harmonic progression will only be asked in the competitive exams. So let's start with this first subtopic, arithmetic progression, also known as AP. So let's start with arithmetic progression. Here the definition says when the difference between any two consecutive terms of the sequence is constant, it is called an AP. So if you see at the example on the board, you will observe that there is a constant addition of the number 5 or the difference between the consecutive terms is constant. This constant term is known as D or the difference. Thus, if T1, T2, T3 are in AP, then T1 is the first term which is denoted by A. So, A is equal to T1 and D is equal to T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2, which depends. And D is constant throughout the series of an AP. So, the main formula for AP is this. Tn is equal to A plus in brackets n minus 1D, where Tn is the nth term of an AP, the term which we have to find. A is the first number of the series and n is the number of terms. D is the common difference, as I told you previously in this video. So let's understand AP by the help of a question. So the question which we have to solve is this. We have to find the 28th term of an AP, and the AP is 9, 5, 1, minus 3 and so on, and we have to find the 28th term. So this question is the simplest question in AP which you will solve till now. So try it first yourselves, then I'll tell you how we will do this. And for a hint, you can use this formula. Obviously we will use this formula only, but I have given you the hints, so now you have to solve it by yourself by pausing the video. Then you can see the solution. To solve this question, you have to firstly find three things, which is the common difference from the AP, the first term of the AP, and the number of terms. In this AP, the first term is 9 and the common difference is 5 minus 9 is equal to minus 4, and the number of terms which is given in the question is 20. So you will put this in the formula and then we will get the answer. When we put all those values in the formula, we get our final answer as minus 67. You all can check your answers, and if your answer is coming wrong, then go back in the video and understand the concept once again. Let's do one more question, then we will move ahead. So the question is to find the AP whose 6th term is 5 and 10th term is 9. So they have twisted the question here by telling us the term and asked us to find us the AP. It will be done by the same concept and formula which we used in the previous question, only the slight difference here is that we have to find the AP, and in the last question the AP was given and we had to find the term. So first try it yourself. It doesn't matter if you are doing it wrong, but just pause the video and try it once. If we write it like this, then T6 is equal to 5 and T10 is equal to 9. Then by formula, Tn is equal to a plus in bracket n minus 1d, which we used in the previous question. So it implies that T6 is equal to a plus 6 minus 1d. Why we use 6 here? Because it is given in the question that 6th term is used. So it gives us the final thing that T6 is equal to a plus 5d. Same goes with T10. T10 is equal to a plus 10 minus 1d, which gives us a plus 9d. As we know that T6 is equal to 5 and T10 is equal to 9, then we'll replace T6 and T10 by 5 and 9, and we'll solve the equation simultaneously to find the values of a and d. So when we'll solve the equation simultaneously and by subtracting equation 2 from 1, then we'll get the value of d as 1. And now I'll put the value of d in equation 1. So when we put the value of d in equation 1, we get the value of a as 0. So now let's form the AP by a and d. There are two methods to form an AP. First one is to use the formula where we can put the values of a and d and increase n 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and form the AP, or we can use the second method, which is to directly put the first value a0, then increasing it by d, and we can form the AP with that also. But I will prefer to use the first method in big APs and second method in small APs. It will be easier for you all to use it distinctively. So I'm going to use the second method in this question because the values of a and d is small. So here the AP becomes 0, 1, 2, 3 because our first term is 0 and we'll keep it increasing by 1 because the common difference is 1. As you can see that if we subtract 1 minus 0, then we get 1, then 2 minus 1, then we get 1, and so on. So here the answer is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So we have learned to find the terms from the beginning of an AP. Now let's learn how to take out terms from the end of an AP. So as you can see on the board, it is written, if an AP has n terms, then its rth term from the end will be n minus r plus 1th term. Let's understand this concept with the help of an example, as I know most of you have not understood it with the formula or the definition. So the question here says, find the 12th term from the end in AP 13, 18, 23, which goes up to 158. So let's assume that the AP has n terms. If the AP has n terms, then it can be easily seen that Tn is equal to 158. So we will use the basic formula Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. We got the value of a and d from the AP. Now I have put all the values in the formula and we will now find the value of n. By solving, we see that the value of n comes as 30. So let's now take out the 12th term from the end. So we will use the formula n minus r plus 1th term. So we will put all the values in the formula. Here r is 12 because we have to find the 12th term from the end, and whichever term we have to find from the end, we denote it by r. So here 12 term from the end is equal to 19 term from the beginning. As I told you previously in the video that any term from the end is equal to n minus r plus 1th term from the beginning. So now we will find the 19th term from the beginning. For no confusion, I have used r instead of t. So r12 is equal to 19 term from the beginning. So here n will be 19 and all the process will be same, and we get our answer as 103. For an AP, if m times the mth term of an AP is equal to n times the nth term, then m plus nth term is equal to 0. Here in the example given, 2 times T2 is equal to 8 times T8 and 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. As the formula given is m plus nth term is equal to 0, then therefore T10 is equal to 0. Here 2 is m and T2 is mth term, whereas 8 is n and T8 is nth term. Let's prove this with the help of a question, and this question will give you more to go in depth of this concept. So the question says, if 8 times the 8th term of an AP is equal to 15 times the 15th term, find its 23rd term. We will solve it by the simple formula to prove that this concept is right. So according to question, we have 8 times T8 is equal to 15 times T15. We will use the Tn formula. Please learn this formula because it is the most basic formula and it is used everywhere. So we will use the Tn formula, a plus n minus 1d. So here 8 times T8 becomes 8 into a plus 8 minus 1d, and same goes for 15 times T15, 15 into a plus 15 minus 1d. So by further solving, we get the value of a as minus 22d. For the 23rd term, we solve it by the same Tn formula and the value for term 23 comes 0. Hence, this concept is proved that 8 plus 15th term is equal to 0. Therefore, T23 is. Practice these questions first before we move further in the video. If you can't attempt these questions on your own, then go back in the video and understand the concept. If you can't attempt these questions after that also, so go down to the link. I have given the solutions to these questions in that link. I hope you all have done those 2 questions I have given in the video. So let's move further. How to take out the sum of n terms of an AP. As you can see the formula on the board, we have the formula as s is equal to n by 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. So s is the sum of n terms of an AP, n is number of terms, a is the first term and d is the common difference. For an AP, if first and last terms are known, then s is equal to n by 2 in bracket a plus l. Here last term is denoted by L and first term obviously A. So let's do one question on this topic, then we'll move to another topic. So here the question says, find the sum of the first 20 terms of the AP, 5, 8, 11, 14 and so on. I forgot to put the dots. So let's find the sum of the first 20 terms. We will use the same formula which I told you previously in this video. So the formula is Sn is equal to n by 2 in bracket 2a plus in bracket n minus 1 whole d bracket close. So as we put the values in the formula, here a is 5 and d is 3. So we get the answer as 670. So the sum of the first 20 terms of the AP is 670. Of this AP is 670. 3 or more terms in an AP. When the sum of 3 consecutive terms of an AP is given, we take the AP as a minus d, a plus d. Similarly, sum of 4 consecutive terms of an AP, then we take the series as a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d. Similarly for 5 and similarly for 6. Let's understand this with the help of a question. So the question here says, the sum of 3 terms in AP is 33 and their product is 1155. Find the terms. So for 3 terms we will take a minus d, a and a plus d. So according to question, the sum of this AP is equal to 33. So we will put a minus d plus a plus d is equal to 33 and the product a minus d into a plus d is equal to 1155. Now we will solve this for the values of a and d. So we get the values of a and d as 11 and plus minus 4 respectively. Mind it, we will not solve these equations simultaneously, but we will solve the first equation to find the value of a and second equation to find the value of d by putting the value of a in the second equation. So we will put the value of d and a in the assumed AP. When d is positive, we will get the AP as 7, 11 and 15, and when d is negative, we will get the value as 15, 11 and 7. So let's move ahead to our last topic in today's video, arithmetic mean. If three numbers small a, capital A, small b are in AP, then capital A is the arithmetic mean between A and B. How? Since small a, capital A and small b are in AP, then we will find the common difference, and since common difference is constant, then capital A minus small a is equal to b minus capital A, and which will give the main formula as arithmetic mean is equal to a plus b by 2. So this is the last question of today's video, which says insert two arithmetic means between 5 and 11. Let required arithmetic mean between 5 and 11 be a1 and a2. Then we can see that 5, a1, a2, 11 are in AP. As you can see that 11 is the fourth term of this AP, then we will find the value of d from this and then put it in a1 and a2 and find the value of a1 and a2. So by solving this, we get the value of a1 and a2 as 7 and 9 respectively. So with this we come to an end to the first part of this video. I hope you have understood properly. If you liked the video, then click the like button and subscribe to our channel Bachpan Express. Part 2 of this chapter, sequence and series, which is geometric progression, will be uploaded soon. Till then, practice arithmetic progression questions thoroughly. In part 3 of this video, we will only solve questions from competitive exams. I have to make your concepts clear first. I hope from today's video half of it is crystal clear. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.